Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Indesit D2IHL326UK fully integrated dishwasher. Bit of a mouthful, that model number. Anyway, what I want to do today is to show you around the dishwasher, some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, just give us a quick thumbs up. Now you will see that at the moment it is naked, so it's not got the furniture door on the front. So I know some of you might be thinking, well, I don't want it to look like that in my kitchen, and it won't. So once you've got your furniture door on it to match the rest of your kitchen, then it will look a lot better than this. So this model has actually got 14 place settings. I must admit, I had to double check, because at the price of this one, I was quite surprised it wasn't either 12 or 13 place, but yeah, 14 place settings. You will find that the programs are listed just on the inside here. The range of programs are actually very good. You've not got too much choice, but I'll just run through them quickly. Something you will notice, that you haven't got a display on this model. I know, and some people do point this out, even if you have got a display, normally in the middle here, then when the door's shut, then it's kind of irrelevant. So unless you go quite high up in the range, with some brands where it will actually shine the time on the floor, then it's almost irrelevant. But it is nice to know a rough time of how long each program is going to take. So we start off with this one, the Eco program. Now this is a 50-degree program, and with this one, it will take about 3.5 hours. So it's not a short program, but the consumption on that one is only 9.5 litres, and it only consumes around 0.95 kilowatts of electricity. So very, very energy efficient program. Some people still get confused thinking the Eco is going to be quick, and it's not the case. But the next program, that's the intensive program, that washes at 65 degrees, a bit shorter. So that one takes around 2 hours 40 minutes. That one consumes around 18 litres of water, so almost double the amount of water compared to the Eco program. And that will consume around 1.6 kilowatt hours per cycle. The next one is a slightly shorter wash again. So this is the mixed program that washes at 55 degrees. And I suppose what they're saying with this one is it's really mixed soil. So for, I suppose, normally soiled dishes with some dried residue on the plates or cups and everything. But basically this one will consume around 16 litres of water. So again, not quite as good as the first program, and around 1.4 kilowatt hours per cycle. Next program is a lot quicker. So this is a 28-minute cycle. This is what they call fast and clean. This washes at 50 degrees, and it will only take around 9 litres of water, and it's around 0.5 kilowatt hours per cycle. Now I know some of you are thinking, well, why don't I just put everything on that? It's going to consume 9 litres of water, the same as the Eco at 9.5 litres of water. The main thing to bear in mind, and again, the amount of electric it consumes is around half compared to this program. But the main thing to bear in mind, to do a full load, and it doesn't really matter whether it's a dishwasher or washing machine, to do a full load in 28 minutes, it won't wash as well as when you're washing at, say, 3.5 hours. It's something that some people don't quite get. I suppose for that program, it's really for very lightly soiled items. So if you've done a Sunday roast where you've got greasy pots and pans, then really that isn't the program to use. Also on that program, it doesn't use the drying phase, so it won't dry anything. Whereas all the other programs that I've mentioned, the Eco, the intensive and the mixed, will all use a drying program towards the end. So yeah, the fast and clean is a good idea. And I suppose if you've say had things in the cupboard for a while, or if everything is very lightly soiled, then that could be a very good option. Push and go, so that's just what they call an everyday wash. I suppose that's almost a combination of everything. So that's a 50-degree wash. It does have the drying cycle as part of it. That takes around an hour and a half and consumes around 11.5 litres of water and 1.3 kilowatt hours per cycle. So that's quite a good one, the push and go. But yeah, quite a good range of programs, and do vary a lot in time, and also things like electricity, put my teeth back in, electricity and the water consumption. So if you're very concerned about the water and electric, then perhaps edge over to this side where the eco program. If you're not too fussed and if you want it to wash a bit quicker, then things like the push and go could be a good option for you. As we venture inside the dishwasher, now I must admit I've not screwed this into place, so that's why it's a little bit loose in the housing, so don't worry about that. But as we go to the bottom, you will notice that it's got a full stainless steel interior. That's something I try and point out to people. Some manufacturers are still reverting back to the plastic or polynox kind of base, and I must admit I'm never too keen on it, because what you'll find, although it's going to be cheaper to make, as far as usability, personally I'm never keen on them, because if you drop something on it then it can quite easily crack, whereas on stainless steel then you're not going to get that issue. All that will really happen is it will just dent it. We have had one or two where people have dropped something. Had a customer recently where they dropped a crockery dish or something on the base, it cracked it, and basically that just writes it off, which is always a shame. Anyway, I'm pleased to say that we've got a full stainless interior, which for this price range is fantastic. As you go to the bottom tray here, it's got the standard cutlery basket. At the bottom it's got the slits in the bottom there, so the main advantage of that, it can sit anywhere within the bottom. On some dishwashers you can be quite limited where you can put this, but that's a really good feature where you can just put it anywhere, it doesn't matter where it goes at the bottom. When it comes to maintenance on the dishwasher, couldn't be easier. Things like the lower spray arm, that's easy to take out if you needed to clean that. Also the filter at the bottom, so just get that out of the way while I show you the filter. The filter, that's easily taken out, so it's in a couple of parts. Just take those bits out. They're nice and easy to keep clean. Recommend, I don't know, once every couple of weeks, once a month. Really depends how much you use the dishwasher, and I suppose whether you rinse things first of all. But just keep an eye on that, because that can make a difference to the performance of the dishwasher. They just pop back in there. And this filter is a two-part filter that easily comes apart like that, and then just drops back in. You've got salt on the left-hand side. It is important to use proper dishwasher salt, don't use table salt. I know I tend to mention that quite a lot within my videos. If you follow me on YouTube, then you know that when I talk about dishwashers, it's something I mention most times, mainly because we do get people where they comment on the washing performance, and then when we get into the conversation, it turns out that they're using table salt rather than proper dishwasher salt. So that has quite an impact on the wash. Anyway, let's go to the top basket. Again, all of these are static, so you can't fold any of these down, which isn't really an issue. You've got a nice flat area across the top here, so if you've got things like little espresso cups or even things like bread knives, then you can put them along the top here. If you don't want to use that, then they just fold up and you can fold them back. Really nice and flush. That's a really good design. You've also got this on the left and right hand side, so you've got two handles, and what you can do is you can actually raise or lower it. Well, from the standard position you can lower it around 3.5 centimeters, and all that will do, that will just give you extra space at the top. So if you have got things like tall glasses or things like big saucepans, if you wanted to put them in the top, then you can put them in the top, just raise the basket. The main advantage of it being that kind of system is that normally when you want to do this, when you want to raise or lower it, you've normally got items in here. Now some manufacturers have still got the option where you pull the basket out, relocate the wheels and then put it back in. Of course, when it's full or nearly full, then it gets really heavy and it can get quite awkward, especially if you're trying to do that on your own. But the main advantage is that when you've got this system, then you just push those in, that reduces it down, and then you just pop it in here. Something to consider really, what it will do is it will reduce the height at the bottom, so if you have got tall plates as well as the time that you're trying to wash something tall at the top here, then it might be an interesting way of figuring it out. I'll just show you the energy label on the dishwasher. As you can see, it's an E rating, which I know sometimes people look at these and they appear to be a little bit disappointed that it's not higher up in the range, but at the moment an E, that's actually pretty good, especially if you're comparing it to other models of a similar price. It's just saying as an average 95 kilowatt hours per 100 cycles and 9.5 litres of water per cycle. Clearly that's based on the Eco program that I mentioned earlier, just proving that it's a 14-place setting and that the time of that Eco program around 3.5 hours. C rating for the noise level at 46 decibels. If you're wondering what this cheeky little thing is, it's a funnel, and that's for the salt when you're putting it in the dishwasher. That should come with it, and to be fair, it's really useful because the last thing you want is salt around the base of the dishwasher. You want to try and get it all in there and not to spill any. When it comes to the installation of the dishwasher, to be fair, it is pretty simple. But what I would say is if you're not that confident when it comes to a bit of DIY, then get a professional to do it. I mean, here at Lords, we've got a team of guys that can come and install it for you, come and make sure it looks flush with the rest of the kitchen, because that's quite key. It's all very well doing the plumbing side, but what you want to do is you want to make sure that when it's all in place, first of all, it's level, screwed in properly. So if you're not quite confident doing it yourself, then that's something that we can offer. If you're thinking of buying one of these models, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Indesit D2IHL326UK integrated dishwasher. Honestly, some of these model numbers, I do wonder where some of the manufacturers come up with them. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video on that dishwasher. All I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, if there's something that if there's something that I've missed. So if you came to watch this video and I've not talked about it, then just pop in the comments, or if you've got any questions. Also, if you have got an Indesit integrated dishwasher, then let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching.